was Diddy if you've ever wondered about the mystery surrounding 2Pac and Biggie's deaths. Prepare yourself for some explosive information as I accidentally unleash the biggest bombshell of the decade. Revelations. Hello everyone, I'm Leah from the Hip Hop Legends Deaths. Mysteries with so many conspiracy theories circulating and no real resolution. 2Pac and Biggie continue to perplex fans around the world even after all these years. People still don their detective hats and try to piece together what happened on those fateful nights. When it comes to people caught up in the whirlwind of these conspiracy theories, Diddy is most notable as the brains behind Bad Boy Records. Given his prominent status and close ties to Biggie, it's not surprising that fans and conspiracy theorists speculate about Diddy's potential involvement in these tragedies. However, throughout the years, Diddy has been steadfastly dismissing the whispers and rumors linking him to the untimely demise of these rap giants. Involved in their deaths, not me, he would frequently reply. The internet, being the outspoken community that it is, was quick to pick up on this inconsistency. One YouTube user remarked, "Hold up, didn't Diddy have a go at 2Pac multiple times? Back in the day, this new narrative he's spinning doesn't add up." Another added, "For real, if Diddy was so concerned about safety, why did Biggie end up in La at the peak of the East versus debut?" Digging deeper into the beef, it's important to remember the lyrics from Diddy's song that still raises everyone's eyebrows. Several mixtapes have surfaced over time, and guess what they contain? Yep, tracks where Biggie throws jabs at 2Pac and the entire Death Row crew. If Diddy was so keen on playing peacekeeper, then how did these tracks see the light of day? One commenter hit the mark by emphasizing Puff 1997. "We are never going to stop, and we're not talking about any other rappers. We're talking about you. You know who I'm talking to. We're coming for you." If that isn't spilling some tea, then I don't know what is. Also, to refresh your memory, consider the risky move Diddy made when he sent Biggie to lay during the height of the East versus West drama. Not only did he send him there immediately after, but also before. Fans can't help but hold Diddy responsible for that catastrophic decision since he acted so recklessly, almost as if he were playing with fire, and given the story's awful conclusion. I was talking about East-West for rock, where the rivalry was so fierce that artists from one coast wouldn't dare visit the other without significant support. Despite all of this, Diddy sent Biggie to Los Angeles. While this doesn't explicitly scream guilt, it raises the question, doesn't it? However, before the rivalry, before the records, and before the Bad Big, there was no East-West for rock. It was all good until Diddy entered the scene, but sometimes you have to really go with that decision. Once Diddy started making decisions and signed Biggie to the Bad Boy Records label, things quickly turned from friendly acquaintances to enmity. Can you imagine them collapsing at each other's paths, probably sharing verses and beats? Diddy's intervention significantly changed the dynamics, which was the final blow to 2Pac and Biggie's relationship, and sparked the most famous and destructive fight in hip-hop history. As this is all playing out, one YouTube user just said, "Man, imagine the collaborations we would have received from 2Pac and Biggie if Diddy hadn't stepped in." The commenter who made that statement added, "I just can't understand why did he would send Biggie to law right after 2Pac's shooting. That's shady business if the saga continues. And the fans, well, they're not ready to forget or forgive anytime soon. So diving right back into the thick of things, let's not forget." 1994, when a man, hip-hop history's most significant year for feuds, 2Pac found himself in a nightmare situation after accepting an invitation from rapper Little Shaw, who was connected to Biggie and Diddy. Imagine this. 2Pac entered the studio only to be ambushed by armed men wearing camouflage. They didn't just threaten him. They shot and robbed him. It was only Tupac's sheer will and quick thinking to play dead that night. What happened next was even more shocking. 2Pac pulled a whether it is accurate or just 2Pac's view is up for debate. But here is some scary information. Biggie and Diddy both appeared to be guilty as hell in 2Pac's words. According to Vice, an unidentified tipper sent 2Pac a message through the night Pete saying, "Nobody came to rob you. They came to discipline you." Goosebumps, this horrifying incident wasn't just a personal attack. It was a game changer that unmistakably marked the start of the 2Pac and Biggie feud in history. 2Pac allegedly blamed Biggie and Diddy for what happened that night, which only fueled the already raging fire of the East Coast versus West Coast feud. "I'm an animal. Oh, I'm a savage. Whenever I want a boy, to get whatever I want, I've got to get added salt to 2Pac's wounds." While he was imprisoned, Biggie's star kept rising. And then came the song Biggie's Who Shot Yai, which to many people, including 2Pac, sounded like a blatant diss, further confirming 2Pac's suspicions about Biggie's involvement in the attack. However, 2Pac wasn't one to sit. Everyone in the hip-hop community had to choose a side at that point. Either Team Biggie or Team 2Pac, because 2Pac made it abundantly clear that the feud was not just alive but raging. Although we all know how tragically this feud ended, the debates, theories, and what-ifs surrounding that time are still very much alive today. As we delve deeper into this whirlwind of debate and rumors, let's not lose sight of the complex network of links that Lav's very own 2Pac and Biggie created in the East against West saga. Greg Kading revealed that investigator Kading was no ordinary investigator who was on the front lines looking into the unfortunate shootings of both Biggie and 2Pac. He also claims that even though Diddy wasn't rapping back, his actions were still quite loud. Kading's reports reveal a connection between Diddy and several shady characters like the gangster Eric Martin, known on the streets as Zip Zip, not to mention Diddy's apparent business ties with Keith D. And here's the clincher: Keith ID's own nephew, Orlando Anderson, had a skirmish with 2Pac on the very night of the shooting. Later that same night, it was Orlando who allegedly pulled the trigger on 2Pac, connecting the dots yet. But the rabbit hole goes even deeper beyond the 2Pac Biggie tussle. There was an ongoing feud between Diddy and Death Row Records, big man Suge Knight. And let's not forget 2Pac was a shining star on Death Row's roster. So when fingers started pointing at Diddy after 2Pac's shooting, it wasn't just random chatter, it was based on these interconnections. People not only suspected Diddy of having a hand in 2Pac's demise, but also speculated that he had a role in Biggie's tragic. And in why, because of a series of questionable choices Diddy made in the aftermath of 2Pac's shooting. I could go back in time to when 2Pac's shooting was still recent and tensions were high, with the West Coast turning into a danger zone for Biggie due to allegations that he was involved in 2Pac's death. Diddy made what many believe to be a questionable decision when he decided that it was the ideal time for Biggie to visit the West Coast. Zooming in on Diddy's decisions during this tumultuous period, fans can't help but wonder if his actions on Deal. Even Diddy's former bodyguard dropped this bombshell. Diddy as the cold-hearted business tycoon isn't a new concept for fans, but this disc just amplified it. Diddy has previously been quoted as saying, "I don't give a damn if 2Pac gotta die, Big gotta die, or Suge Knight go to jail. Something gotta change now." The storyline I responded, "Yo, we definitely did." And he responded, "Yeah, Big gotta die." He said, "Yo," he said, ___. Fans are speculating that Suge and Diddy may have been connected. In the midst of all this, the crucial question is still unanswered. Did Diddy's decisions, however inadvertent they may have been, set the way for the horrors that transpired? What do you make of these accusations? Do you think Diddy's activities indirectly contributed to Biggie's passing? Please share your opinions in the comments section below to start a discussion. That's all for now, everyone, and I appreciate you spending time with me. If you enjoyed it as much as I did, please hit the like button. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe so you won't miss out on all the juicy rumors I have in store for you. Until next time, continue to be awesome and leave comments.